to Degenerates. My name is Juan. This is
Marce.
We want to start off the episode first and foremost. We're gonna get to the crazy. We're gonna get to the chisme. We're gonna get to the usual round of craziness that has been the past couple of months. But first and foremost, we want to go ahead and say a lot of thank yous for the Instagram community specifically, because our followers have grown significantly on Instagram, and it has been primarily because of 2 videos that we've been putting out that talk about the Mexican American experience. That has been very humbling, a very humbling experience that a lot of people have resonated with that content. We really greatly appreciate all of you guys. We worked really hard on those videos, and we're currently working on a lot more. We're planning on trying to branch out that whole thing with identity crisis and with, a lot of that information. So, needless to say, we thank you. We're in the process of trying to organize all of that. We want to continue to bring more of that content to you guys, because we feel like it's very important. But in order for that to happen, we need a lot of people to migrate from Instagram to YouTube and just hit subscribe there also. We would really greatly appreciate it. It'll help us be able to monetize a lot faster, and then it'll help us be able to make more content more quickly in order for us to get it to you as fast as possible. We're still going to make it regardless. So if you don't, it's okay. But it would really, 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 really help. So, thank you guys so much. The positive feedback has been overwhelming. We really appreciate it. And yeah, how have you internalized 4,000 new subscribers? Followers. That's kind of crazy, right?
Oh, that's crazy. Like I was telling y'all on our group chat, I've always, anytime that I had ever been on social media and like popped off on social media or like videos or whatever, somebody always put in perspectives like, what if those people were standing right in front of you watching you do what you did in that video? And I was like, that's a lot, because
a lot of people.
because the amount of people who've, one, watched those videos that they've really liked, and then 2, subscribed or followed us, they don't fit in this house, dog. Like,
yeah, we need a theater.
Like
we need more than a theater.
That would be a small theater right now. Like, we're at small theater status.
Mid theater.
Mid theater status.
The small theater would probably be like 3,000, 4,000.
Yeah, and that's not to say that all these people like could potentially be in one place at one time, but like, if you look at it that way, like, it's a great success to like see this, like this.
Can we flex a little bit? Can I flex?
Yeah.
We did all of that, mind you. People out there, this is my camera. People out there, no paid boost on Instagram, no paid boost on Facebook, no paid anything for any YouTube. There has been not a single cent that has came out of our pocket into the algorithm to try to figure out a way to. We're not even verified. We're not verified on Instagram. We're not verified on Facebook. We're not verified anywhere where you have to pay to get verified. Twitter, like nada, absolutely nothing. So for me, that's a flex, because at the end of the day, that's natural. That's natural growth. That's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's like really natural growth. And to think that 2 years ago, when we started this, and we were just like, oh, let me just see how it'll work. Let's see if we can have something to say. We didn't even have goals to get this far. We just wanted it to use it for the portfolio for the media companies, really.
We didn't really know what we were doing. Like the idea, not gonna lie, we still kind of don't. Like it's a growing.
Excuse me.
It's a very growing organic feel. We're going as we go. We had a very different idea of what we thought we were gonna be doing with this at first to what we're leaning towards now, where we're like finding our groove. Like
we're doing our good Ross Geller right now, and we're fucking pivoting every single chance we get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing.
We're kind of in the middle of, because of the success of these 2 videos, we're kind of in this middle ground where we kind of want to make like a documentary style stuff of our family and our culture, but then we also are kind of in this concept world where we're trying to potentially even develop characters to make short films. And or like episodes of a series or a feature. Like we're in that we're having these two different kinds of conversation, and maybe both. Maybe one informs the other, and vice versa, or whatever. But yeah, I just thank you guys.
I think overall something that like we want to like let be known to y'all is that we are first and foremost creatives. So like what we want to do is create things that come from that little part in our brain that like doesn't shut up. Like for instance, there's a lot of like creativity that is had between us that we bounce ideas back and forth. And thanks to you guys, we are actually able to have momentum, because believe it or not, you can't do much whenever you don't have the audience to reciprocate the love
or the funding,
you know. Let's be real. This is a real conversation that we're having. You need that. You need the funding. You need the momentum from the audience. You need the collaboration. You need the help, because y'all know, like we're all coming from the same spot. Like we're literally coming from the same spot. Nothing. Our families got here with just nothing, and just started working to do whatever they could do to get us out there. And we are fortunate enough to be able to, because we work our jobs, dogs. Like we are out here working.
We all have other jobs.
This is our side hustle that we are doing because we have so much creativity. Like we have so much that we could give to the world that we think that you guys would really resonate with and could really, really, really enjoy. And that's what's keeping us alive. That's what has been keeping us alive for the last 2 years, even when it felt like we didn't have anything, because we literally started at zero.
And now we have people across the country.
Yeah.
You know, in California, Chicago, where people are saying like, hey, if you guys want to collaborate, if you guys want to work on stuff together, I'll be down to help you, so long as it's still pertaining to that vision and those videos that you're putting out. So
also shout out to the people who have been like rocking with us since before we even hit 10K, because we got a couple, we have a handful of people that were like, y'all, I see it, I see what you guys are trying to do, like y'all are gonna get there, like you guys are gonna get big. And not saying we're big now, but we're definitely on our way to getting to a spot where we feel like we can actually continue to make this our job.
I got recognized by another stranger the other day.
Did you?
In Austin.
Did you?
Yeah, like
that'd be surreal.
I was having a conversation, and then I was like, oh yeah, I have a podcast. I kind of, you know, blah blah blah, because I was talking about the media company, and then all of a sudden they were like, oh yeah, what's the podcast? Apparently they were like really into podcasts. It's just like, it was like a 16, 17-year-old kid, and I was like, oh, it's called Degenerates, and he was like, that's you? And then he like went in, and like apparently he was already following us.
Oh, that's cool.
And I was all like, oh. And I felt super awkward. I was all like, oh, yeah, that's me. like, yeah. And he was all like, oh, dude, that's cool. Like, yeah, blah, blah. I watched you guys this and that, blah, blah, blah. I think you guys are funny, blah. And I was like, oh, yeah, it's me and my sister. He's like, that's your sister? And I was like, hey, he kept on asking me. And I was like, for a second, it went from like me being like, yeah, you should go follow us, that me being on like promoter mode, to him like knowing, and then me being like, whoa, bro,
somebody
like, you're coming on a little too strong right now.
Yo, but that's real, dog, though, because like back when I used to do
my imposter syndrome hit real quick, bro. I was like, that's not me.
That's not me. I don't know who you said. That's my
That's like, you know how whenever you get caught,
primo.
Whenever you get caught and they show you the CCTV footage and you're like, that's not me.
That don't look like me.
That wasn't me. Now, I don't have good eyes, bro. That wasn't me.
That ass.
Same shirt y todo. That wasn't me, dude.
No, my thing is, it's like, I've had that before when I had my like, when I was like popping off on Instagram for makeup, like, and people would just be like, oh, and that's like, oh, I've seen your videos. And I'm like, why? Like, I mean, not why, but like, what the fuck? Like, how? Like, what? And how do you recognize me? Like,
For real.
just, like we've said before, this is a very humbling experience. And also, this is a very great, like, mindset to have, is if we can do it, then everybody who's done it is just like us. Like, there is nothing extraordinary about us I'm gonna put that to you super, super like. Obviously, like it's very, very much. We are not anything crazy special. There isn't nothing.
There's not like a huge amount of money behind us.
There is a huge amount of money there. Like, yes, we have creativity, but like there is nothing about us that if you were to see our like timeline, be like, oh, that's the point where you became this person that had this ability.
Or if you were to see like how we act like regular
on a day-to-day basis.
on a day-to-day, like
we are just normal people
like, bro, like,
rolling
these
through
people
life.
are just normal, yeah.